is known for being a game in which you, the player, can do anything you desire. You can write your own story. But what about that of the game itself? Where did this world of Minecraft even come from? What existed before the player? There's no definite answer to these questions. The ancient city alone spawned thousands of theories with its rich lore and storytelling. But I have a theory that might just explain everything, from new additions like trail ruins to archaic myths like Herobrine. Minecraft is set after some sort of cross-dimensional apocalypse. When you think of post-apocalypse games, you likely imagine bleak, desiccated cities shrouded in gray fog, littered with rusty cars and broken glass. Not one bit of that describes Minecraft, at least not on the surface. But imagine this world's ending event took place decades before this player spawned in, wiping out most of civilization and life, but leaving time for the grass to grow over. When Minecraft was released, hardly a remnant of the old world remained. Nether fortresses, abandoned mine shafts, and only a handful of life was still alive, limited to a couple biomes and a dozen or so mobs. Doesn't it seem like update after update, the world is beginning to heal? In the overworld, we go from only oak, birch, and spruce to 9 different trees. The oceans were once gravelly and desolate, but now they're teeming with kelp, fish, dolphins, even coral reefs, a symbol of life and regeneration. Not to mention the Nether, once a blighted wasteland, now sustains all sorts of fantastical creatures. Terrifying, yes, but beautiful. But even with this trend, one could still argue that it doesn't actually mean anything, that the new stuff is just a product of Mojang updating the game, which, yeah, good point, but they didn't just add biomes. They've added structures, ruined portals, ancient cities, trail and ocean ruins. The mere concept of archaeology implies the existence of long extinct races that colonized all of the Minecraft universe. I say extinct because no existing mobs have the skill set to build structures. The most obvious candidate would be Endermen, since they have the unique ability to move blocks, but they only do so randomly, so them being the architects is out of the question. Villagers, and piglins are just a few of the creatures that inhabit these structures, but again, none of them can build. But I haven't even touched on my strongest piece of evidence: zombies. Their existence naturally implies a zombie virus, or at least a mass slaughter. There's an apocalypse right there. And we know they aren't just dead villagers, since zombie villagers have their own separate category. No, zombies are dead players, and they're not alone. Husks, drowned, skeletons, and wither skeletons, all dead players. The Nether fortress, which has existed since Minecraft 1.0, is brimming with animated corpses. Ocean ruins are full of drowned. Even ancient cities have skulls in them. How did they die though? That's where the speculation comes in. Maybe a flood created the drowned, but then what about the Nether? What about the end cities? My favorite idea is that it was Herobrine, and that things are only going back to normal because he's been removed every update. Another option could be some sort of radioactive stuff. Whatever made creepers and gave life to slimes, because those aren't natural, also wiped humanity. Maybe Endermen are mutated players, hence they're able to build in some limited fashion. That would also explain their unique existence across all 3 dimensions, which isn't true of any other mob, but is something that players have been able to pull off. Maybe it was the Warden and the Skulk that set it all off. The answer that we're seeking, the crux of this entire theory, is you, the player. Where did you come from? We just knew that, we could answer the question for certain. Why, in this world of villagers, of Endermen, of zombies and skeletons, is there none quite like you? You must have an origin, but oh dear, you don't remember, do you? But maybe if you looked around, studied these ruins, you could figure it out. You'll likely find what I have, that you are the last of a forgotten race, wiped out by an unnamed disaster, left to wander the ashes alone.